Amir. Our next speaker is Pavel Berengoltz, and he will introduce himself.
No, sorry. Okay. Hi, my name is Pavel Berengoltz, and I am Director of Mobile Solutions in Checkpoint. I'm working in security area for 15 years. Before that, I worked in DLP, SafeEnd company. I was VP R&D. Later, I worked in Lacoon Mobile Security that was acquired by Checkpoint. We are developing multiple solutions for our customers to allow them to use mobile devices in secure way. It includes threat prevention, connectivity like VPN, etc., and secure containers, mail, contacts, etc., and other applications. Mobile world is differ from PC world. Some attack vectors is more popular in mobile than in PC. Some even doesn't exist. The most popular attack vector in mobile today is infection by application. All of us are familiar with malwares that attacks millions of devices. It could be on Android and iOS, and today is actually most popular attack. It also includes network attacks, or man in the middle. It starts with infrastructure attacks like ICMP spoofing, R poisoning, rogue access points, and continue with SSL attacks like SSL stripping or SSL inspection. The third vector is OS X exploits. We talk about jailbreak, routing, remote exploits. Most of the time, it will be finished by installing malicious applications that will run with root privileges, but it's a different attack vector. Those are three attack vectors that we saw during the last 10 years in mobile, and were very popular. But recently, we started to see more and more two other attack vectors. The first one is very known from PC world, is a phishing. And the last one is SS7. So I will dive into those two attack vectors to discuss why they're so powerful and why they become so popular in mobile. So today, more than half SMS messages more than half of SMS spam messages in US is actually phishing attacks. Okay, so why it's so popular to attack to attack using SMS phishing? Because it's a very small device. There is no anti-spam, anti-phishing products in our carriers. And it's very easy to convince people that it is the right site. So we can see here the real attack. It occurred in Australia. PayPal service looked legit. Most of people don't know that this string is in full control of SMS sender. Tiny URL is also very popular for most, even for legit services. So most of people will click on this URL and to be redirected to what they think PayPal service. So in this case, it's not too sophisticated attacks. That's why you can see that the link is not real PayPal. But today, more and more attacks use very nice techniques because we talk about very small area. So what they do is, in this case, it could be paypal.com ____, and then only the regional domain. So for all of us, it will look like paypal.com. The suffix of the domain is hidden, so there is no way to see that it's not the real PayPal domain. Some of the people will, actually it looks like the original PayPal site, mobile site, so some people will enter their credentials, credit cards, and at the end, most likely it will be redirected to the original PayPal site, so you won't know that we talk about phishing attack. We talk about millions of people that actually fall under this and other attacks. So it's today we see more and more such attacks in the wild. Okay. So what about SS7? How many people here know about SS7 protocol? Okay. So, but for those that are not familiar with SS7, we talk about protocols that connect carriers, both mobile and regular telephonic carriers around the world. So we talk about, just in mobile, 7 billion mobile phones and 800 telcos that are using SS7 protocols. Why this protocol is so important? This protocol allows us to route phone calls from one device to another for roaming and call forwarding. This protocol is used for more, 10 years and more by government agencies. And as always happens to government technology, very quickly it becomes also used by malicious hackers. So why it's so powerful? It allows you to intercept both calls and SMS and to get user location, no matter where you actually resides. So I can attack remotely any device around the world. So let's start with the real attack that occurred in Europe at the beginning of this year. Hundreds of thousands of users were victims of these attacks. Most of banks in Europe requires two-factor authentication to log into bank account. So it's more complicated to, it's not enough to have username and password. You also need SMS, the access to SMS. What they actually did, they succeeded to steal login credentials and mobile phones. Then they actually created fake telco provider, and this way actually succeeded to intercept all one-time passwords that are being sent by mobile, and to steal millions of dollars. This is a real attack, and it's not government-level attacks like you can see. So here in the conference, we meet a lot of people. Some of them are using cloud service. Actually, I hope that almost all of us use cloud services. And some of them also use Office 365, for example. And like any cloud service, Office 365 allows us to reset password. So the only thing that I need to know is email address. Okay, so if I, for example, get a business card of one of executives, I can use it and use the following attacks. Very simple. So, like I said, I just need the email address. I use reset password. There is a way, even if I don't know the phone number, most likely on a business card there is also a phone number, so it's nice. It's excellent way to do. So you can see here, in this case, even you can see the phone number, so I can be sure that it's the right one. And here you can see the console to attack server, and you can see that we can actually intercept incoming SMS. And from this point, it's very easy to actually get access to this email, and game over. Practically, I can see all emails. I can send, if it's, for example, executive, I can look for all emails and ask my the CFO to transfer money to somebody else. I can, if it's, for example, before publication of quarter reports, I can see probably this report, etc. So I have full access to email account. But it's not just Office 365. We talk about Dropbox, we talk about Box, we talk about Salesforce, we talk about a lot of sensitive information that can be accessed by, can be attacked in this way. Again, so just by using the option to intercept SMS messages, incoming SMS messages, I succeeded to intercept, to bypass two-factor authentication and to use reset password attack to get full access on my victim email. The last demo that I want to use to present you is actually call tapping. So just a moment. I will use this nice attack server, and I will use mobile device of my friend Yuval. So I just will. So I know his phone number. Again, it's the only one, the only thing that I need to know, and I will call him. Yeah. Okay. You can see here that there is an incoming call from my phone number, and it was, hello? Okay.
Now let's say I'm an important person.
Yoval, how are you? Hi.
Everybody has your phone number.
So,
Run it again because.
you forgot to, okay.
Just get in there.
Hello?
Donald Trump's.
Okay. So now you can actually, let's see. A moment. That was previous call. So, as always, it doesn't work on the first time. Let's try do it again.
The number. Putting the
Okay.
Pavel, let's have a long talk.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Oh no. Hi.
How are you?
Hi. Okay.
Now you can hang up.
Okay. It doesn't work. Maybe. Oh,
Hello, Pavel. How are you?
okay. So it does work. Okay, so
Maybe explain about the whole infrastructure.
yeah, So practically, what attackers have to do is actually to connect to SS7 infrastructure. It can be done either by connecting to, I don't know, some carrier in third world in Africa or Asia, or by simply paying to somebody to connect you to existing carrier. So once you have access to SS7 infrastructure, practically you can send messages because there is no real authentication on this network. The assumption was that this protocol connects carriers, so there is no need for real authentication. So I can request phone calls to be redirected to attacker, and you won't see even notification about it. So from this point, actually any incoming calls, any SMS messages, everything goes through this attacking server. And this way, for example, like we presented, you can do call interception, you can do SMS interception, or even request exact location of victim device. So it's not just theoretical attacks. We started to saw these attacks in financial world and also in industrial espionage. That's all. Thank you very much.